So we back with another video, and today we're gonna be giving y'all the best animations for big men. I've been teasing this for y'all for a while. I gave y'all the 6'5" to 6'9" build best animations, and today I'm gonna be giving you guys the best big man. If you guys want me to do a video dedicated strictly for the guards, all you gotta do is like the video. It's that simple. But yeah, today we're gonna give you guys the jump shots, the dunk packages, the dribble animations for even like the big. I know a lot of people making like 6'10", 6'11", and playing like a dribbler with them, so I got y'all with the best dribblers for that. Even shot clear animations, post score animations, all that in this one video. If you guys want more videos like this, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, comment down below to help the algorithm. But without further ado, let's hop into it. Let's go! Alright, so off the rip when it comes to the best jump shots in the game. Now, again, we on the build where you pretty much gotta do a lot. Now, on my last time I went over jump shots for bigs, people was in the comments complaining about the requirements. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't make 2K, I don't make the game, so the fact that it's this high of a requirement, that's not my fault, you know what I'm saying? But if you're complaining about not knowing what the requirement is, it's literally on the screen. The requirement for the base, the release 2, and the attributes is gonna be right under their attributes, and it's gonna tell you mid-range or 3-point. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Now for each one of these sets, you also have a requirement. So like if I wanted to put this base on, I have to have an 84-3, 84 mid-range. So I just want to make sure that get that out the way off rip because people was complaining about that in the last video. But when it comes to the best jump shots in the game, in my opinion, the best baits for big men is Chris Bosh. People I've played with, when I've tested it, it seems to be the easiest jump shot to green with. Now, why is that? Because it actually has a really good sync. If you just want to watch your jump shot and just get a sync for it, you can just look at the legs and you can green it off that. You can green it off the wrist with Dirk Nowitzki releases, because Dirk Nowitzki as a big man, in my opinion, from what I found, has the best release. Now, if you want to pair it with somebody to make it a lower, you know what I'm saying? If you want to pair it with somebody to make it lower so that you can afford it a little bit easier, then by all means you can do that. But what I'll say is Pascal Siakam, Jabari Smith, a lot of these are still in that 87 plus. So a lot of the bigs aren't going to be able to get that 87 plus. So if you aren't able to actually get that 87 plus, the ones that I would probably recommend is Jabari Smith, Paolo Banchero, and the one that I like probably the second most is David Robinson. David Robinson is very consistent, but again, it has a really good or a really high requirement. And it's one of the faster ones as well. But yeah, you really want to test some of these out to make sure that you can get it. There's not really like a really cheap Kuzma. I know a lot of people have been using Giannis. I didn't really like Giannis that much, but if you want to go with Giannis as well, you can, and it'll be a lot cheaper. But the thing is, with Giannis, it's kind of slow to me, so that's why I didn't really like it. But a good bang for your buck is Precious Achiuwa and Bismack Biyombo, believe it or not. So yeah, those are the jump shots I would give y'all for the big man with the releases. Now, like I said, there are a lot of releases like Pascal Siakam, Larry Bird, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith, and Paolo Banchero. But in my opinion, Isaiah Stewart is up there too. Best one in the game to me is Dirk Nowitzki. Kevin Love is a good one as well. I don't want to forget that. Now, when it comes to the blendings, I usually go with now. Alright, so this is going to be the first time I really go over like how this stuff really works when it comes to the release speed. Now, shot attributes, all that is cap. All that is cap. So I want y'all to look at this. When it comes to, alright, let me put the Chris Bosh back on just for this. So when it comes to doing it like this, the way that the timing impact works is going to be based off your release speed. So if you go too high on release speed, your timing impact will lower. Somebody in my comments said that's kind of how Sniper works. Now, the way he's saying that's kind of how Sniper works is because that's going to allow you to get more white greens. What does that mean? That's a green whenever it hits the rim. A real pure green is when it's like a straight net. And the way timing impact, it'll give you a bigger green window pretty much. So the way the timing impact goes hand in hand with this is when you lower your release speed, look, my timing impact went up. If you lowered it again, it sometimes can even get to an A+. So I just want to show y'all that real quick. There's only 3 timing impacts for big men. For guards, it's more, which is kind of odd as well. I wanted to make sure to tell that as much. Now, when it comes to the animation blending, this can blend your jump shot into making it slower with more release height, with more defensive immunity. You can blend it higher to give you better, like, it can also give you better requirements for your build and stuff like that. So I want y'all to understand that as well. But if you go higher and higher, it really won't even change you will see it really won't even change for real. And it still would raise the requirement because I'm going more toward Dirk. And when you get 100%, it's really all Dirk and Chris Bosh. So you can play around with the release blending or animation blending to pretty much be able to afford the jump shot, I guess you could say. But yeah, the timings or blendings, I usually go with 75-25, 64, 60-40, or 50-50. And that's really depending on what the better base. Now, sometimes if I want to afford it, I do the opposite way, 60-40, 75-25. But yeah, y'all gotta really kind of understand that these basics are kind of like the timings this year. So I don't know if y'all ever like made a created player, but when you make a created player, there's like a timing saying very early, not very early, very late, or very quick, very slow, quick, and just normal. And the way that these bases are, there's like bases that's in these set different timings as well, as we have to change the release speed. And the way that you really time your jump shot is off your releases. So the reason why it does change the timing across certain bases is because certain bases have different timings as well. So it's kind of confusing. 2K really went in depth with the jump shot this year, I won't lie. But yeah, that's pretty much the best jump shots for a big man. All right, next is going to be the best dribble animations for big man. Now, when it comes to the best dribble animations, I upgraded this build strictly so I can get y'all the best dribble animations in the game. Now, a lot of these dribble animations you really wouldn't even be able to get. And honestly, Joel Embiid is terrible. I tested it out. I didn't like it at all. I would just go pro. Pro, in my opinion, is the best one in the game for bigs. If you find something else, put that in the comments down below. But I personally didn't like any of the other ones. All right, next is the signature size up. Last time I said it was up in the air, but in my opinion, it's really only two you really should be putting on: Pro or Kawhi Leonard. I said like Rajon Rondo, Ben Simmons, all those were up there. Ben Simmons is not bad. Rajon Rondo is not bad. But in my opinion, I think you're going with Kawhi Leonard or Pro. And I would probably say I would go with Pro 9 times out of 10. Pro is really, really good and probably the fastest one you'll be able to have on a big man. All right, next is the size up escape package. I'm gonna be honest, you have some of the best ones in the game. Pro is a really underrated one, but if I'm saying the best two that you get is Paul George and LeBron James. LeBron James has the little AI step back from 2K20, the Kobe step back from 2K20, the Damian Lillard step back, all that pretty much within LeBron James. Really, really good. Off that alone is really good. And then you have Paul George, which is one of the best size up escape packages for people that really want to dribble. So you really got two options. Either you want to create a lot of space with LeBron, or you want like an all-around good dribbling escape package. And then you got Pro. So yeah, those are the three that you can go with, and those are the three I would recommend. Now when it comes to the moving crossovers, you got LeBron and Jordan, which are probably like the best actual crossovers in the game. So if you actually want to use your dribble moves this year, you can with LeBron and Michael Jordan. Now put hyperdrive on it and it goes to a whole nother level with all these moving animations. When it says moving in front of it, hyperdrives takes those to a whole nother level. Now Donovan Mitchell is the one I've been using on all my builds. Don't ask me why, but it's been really consistent for me. So if you want to test one out, go with Donovan Mitchell. All right, next is going to be the moving behind the back. Moving behind the back, I've had my animations reset a couple times, and that's kind of why I've been using this, but normal. Now, if I'm not getting the Damian Lillards of the world, the Trae Youngs, the Stephen Currys, I feel like normal is the best one in the game right now. I know a lot of people are using Allen Iverson, Zach LaVine, but the way people are getting these steals, I feel like that is just too easy for people to get steals. I want something that's close to my body as possible, so I go with normal, and it's been really, really good for me. If you guys want one that's really, really good and consistent, really hard to rip for a lot of locks, go with normal. And then for the best moving spin, I tell you all the time, Penny Hardaway or Steve Nash, but for this one, you can go with Penny Hardaway or Kevin Durant if you want an all-arounder. But for me, I like the spin back, so I go with basic, and basic has by far the best, the fastest, the best at separating yourself from the defenders in the game, spin backs. So yeah, that's the one I've been using for me. All right, next is the best moving hesitation. Best moving hesitation, hands down, in the game is Luka Doncic. You got the little hezzy glitch with this. You got the little... You can do a lot with this. You can do quick stops with this. You can do a lot with this. Now, why I use it is because it's like when you want to rim run with it, it's really good. So a lot of the big people, you're all going to be wanting to rim run, and this is going to get you probably the fastest speed boost you can get on your big man as well with this Luka Doncic hezzy. So yeah, I just want to say Luka Doncic hezzy, one of the best animations in the entire game right now. And then when it comes to the best moving step back, in my opinion, you can go with Jason Tatum or normal. They're both pretty decent. I would say Jason Tatum is the best one. Luka Doncic is probably the best one in the entire game because of whatever. But yeah, moving step backs have grown on me in the past week because of the fact that they give you quick stops off of them. So shout out to people that put me on that. I forgot who it was, but yeah, Jason Tatum, definitely the best moving step back in the game for big men, in my opinion, but normal is up there as well. And then last but not least, when it comes to the best triple threat styles for the dribbling moves, Michael Jordan. I'm not putting on anything else but Michael Jordan. It has too much good stuff within it. So yeah, Michael Jordan is the best triple threat style in the game, in my opinion. More on the dribbling, I guess, playmaking aspect of stuff, but best pass style in the game. Now, this stuff is really important because each one of these have requirements. Fundamental doesn't have a requirement, but don't throw on fundamental. The best ones in the game is none in LeBron. 2K Labs did a full study on this. Now, they did a study for certain situations. Jason Williams can be better than these two. Like if you have people like coming at you on a double. So if you really are a dotter, for certain situations off a pick and roll, Jason Williams is the best. But LeBron James and Nunn, they have the most non-extra passes to get the ball at your hands as fast as possible, because sometimes that's part of the problem with how slow your passes will be. So Nunn and LeBron, in my opinion, are the best ones. Now, I haven't really seen too much on Magic Johnson. I just now made a guard with 85 plus pass accuracy, so we'll see how that really works. But yeah, LeBron and Nunn have been really consistent for me. All right, now when it comes to the best dunk packages in the game, I'm gonna just go over what I think is the best dunk package for like regular, and then we're gonna go over the standing dunks, and then we're gonna go over contact dunks and alley-oops. So when it comes to the best one in the game, hands down, is quick drop. You pair this with a limitless takeoff, and you really probably will never really get blocked in the game. But one thing I'll say when it comes to the regular dunk package, I think this year a lot more people are gonna put on a lot of flashies because one, it's not that easy to block them. But I think 2K eventually is gonna nerf these dunks a little bit to make them a little bit more accessible to blocks, like they did last year with a lot of stuff per season. They would just, each season would be a nerf or a buff to certain things. I think after this first season, a lot of people have been complaining about blocks, steals, and stuff like that. I think a lot of that stuff is gonna get nerfed. But if you do flashies, it does improve your takeover. So just a little tip. So if you guys do want to put on like a flashier dunk, not just the quick drops off one. Now when it comes to the best standing dunks or the big man dunks, I would call these, you got pretty much the two-hand under basket. I don't know why that wasn't equipped, but the one-hand under basket, and then you got some rim pulls, and then you got athletic. In my opinion, I think the two-hand for safety is the best one in the game. It's just going to be simple and up to the rim. You're not really going to ever really get blocked on this, ever really miss this. You might miss this occasionally when you're like fatigued and people are jumping at you to block it, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to be making this every single time. So yeah, that's the best one I would go with. That's the safest one I would go with. If you guys do want something a little bit more crazy, like I said, flashy, you can go with the athletic flushes, because again, this year you don't really get blocked on these that much. But yeah, I would say the regular two hands are the best ones. Now when it comes to contact dunks, whether you're talking about big men, whether you're talking about the regular, the way that these work, the more you put on, the more frequency you'll have. So if you don't reach the standing dunk of a 90 plus, but you do reach this one, just put it on. If you do reach the 90 plus and you want the flashiest ones, just put this one on. But if you want more frequency, just throw both on. Same thing when it comes to the regulars, when it comes to the elites or the pro, whether it's off 2, off 1, if you want more frequency of contact dunks, put all on. Now, there's more to it than just that. You also got to learn how to do the skill dunk. You got to learn how to do the flashy dunk if you don't want to do the skill dunk meter and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I would say when it comes to the alley-oop, or not the alley-oop, but the contact dunks in the game. Now, when it comes to the alley-oops, now they actually added a new one this year with Zion Williamson. Again, if you guys want some flashy stuff, you can put on these park alley-oops for if you play park. Zion Williamson Elite is what I run on my 6'9", but if you're a big, I feel like the best one in the game, hands down, is pro, because this is where all the standing lobs are. So yeah, if you are big, you really don't need anything beyond pro. If you do want more flashy ones so you can get an added bonus to your takeover when you do these, you can go with Elite or Zion Williamson as well. But yeah, it's not necessary. You don't really have to do that. And then when it comes to the alley-oops for these, when it comes to the contacts, again, same thing. Doesn't really change when it comes to contact dunks. The more you have on, the more of a frequency, the more animation you'll have for certain situations and stuff like that. So I would say, yeah, you want to put as many of these on as possible. It's just that simple. So yeah, that's going to be the best dunk packages in the game. All right, next is going to be the best layup style in the game. Now, when it comes to layup styles for bigs, you got a couple. I believe you get Ben Simmons, default big, dominant big, and maybe one more, but the best one in the game, hands down, for y'all is long athlete. Now, if you're not a big, default swing is up there. A lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but default swing is up there because of the scoop layups. Scoop layups, if you don't know, they're very overpowered. But if you don't get that, I would say long athlete is hands down the best one. Default big is not bad, but like it's just to the rim. It'll get blocked a lot, in my opinion. So yeah, I would just go with long athlete. But a lot of people don't get that 88 layup. So 9 times out of 10, you probably go default big or Ben Simmons. All right, next for the shot creator animations for my stretch bigs out there that want to be able to fade and stuff like that, we're going to go over that. Now, when I did the shot creator animations, I didn't give y'all the exact best one. The best one in the game is Kevin Durant for y'all. You have to be at least 6'5" to be able to put this on, but it doesn't mean like you can't be above 6'10" either. Now, sometimes it says at least 6'5" and below 6'9". This one is not that. So you are actually able to get this on bigs. So yeah, this is a good one for y'all bigs if you guys want to have a good dribble pull up. Basic is another one if you guys don't want it to change from your actual jump shot. You want it to all be the same timing. Basic is another one, but I would go with Kevin Durant. Now next is the spin jumpers. Spin jumpers, again, Kevin Durant is an option because you only have to be at least 6'5". So if you want to put that on, I would go with that. But the best one in my opinion is actually normal for the entire totality of the game. Whether you're a guard, whether you're a 6'5" to 6'9" swing, or big man. Then when it comes to the best hop jumpers in the game for big men, you got a lot to really go around. Not really, but Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Durant, basic or normal are really the go-to for you. You got normal too as well, but in my opinion, the best one in the game for y'all is normal. Kevin Durant is decent. Dirk Nowitzki is decent, but I would say normal is actually up there with some of the better ones in the game, like the Kyle Lowrys, like the, you know what I'm saying, Allen Iversons, the Zach LaVines. So yeah. And then when it comes to the best post fades in the game, you got Kobe fade, and that's really it. I'm really not even putting on anything else. The Kobe fade, the MJ fade. I don't know why they didn't put MJs in the game. I guess they said MJ and Kobe got the same thing, so they're just gonna call it the Kobe RP beam. But yeah, that's the best one in the game in my opinion. Then when it comes to all the toxic post hookers, even though these have been nerfed heavily in comparison to how they were, they still not bad. I don't know why people are acting like they're terrible, but they're nerfed for sure. That's about time, to be honest. But yeah, the best one in the game in my opinion is Joel Embiid. That's really all you need to put on. All right, next is the best hop shot. The best hop shot in the game that I've seen is Kobe Bryant. There are a lot of hop shots this year though, so this could be subject to change, but in my opinion right now the best one is Kobe Bryant. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys want more videos like this, all you gotta do is like the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, video first at every single one of the videos. Share this video to anybody, and I mean anybody you think it would help. But yeah, without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. If you guys want more, like I said, videos like this, you guys want the guards, just put that in the comments down below, and I got y'all. Y'all showed a lot of support on the past couple animation videos because I asked y'all if y'all want the big man. Y'all was telling me yes by liking the videos, and I do appreciate that. So the guard, oh my god, the guard the guard video will be coming soon. Just show me the support, and I got y'all. But yeah, without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz, and I have to be, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!